guys.
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
Welcome to Serenity Spaceship. If you are a newbie here, hey new bestie. And if you are a returning OG, hello you seasoned chicken. I know. Your first question, if you have been around, is where the heck has she been? If you want to hear where I've been at, I will be giving you a little bit of a story time on my crappy 2023. And it's not crappy. It's kind of funny. It definitely was a positive year. I'm very grateful. But a lot just happened. It took me through the ringers. And I definitely want to tell you guys where I've been at. But welcome. Let me first get the little techniques out the way. Welcome to Serenity Spaceship, where we specialize in family content. And I will now be taking you guys through my budget journey, my budget series. This is brand new. Of course, it's a brand new setup. If you are new here, again, I would like for you to like and subscribe and become a part of the family. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know what's going on when it's going on in real time, because a lot of stuff that's going on throughout this year. So back to the scheduled programming. Where have I been? Okay, so I took a little time off. The last time I posted was the Barbie premiere. I've been doing a little couple shorts here and there, but I definitely have not been uploading no regular videos, and that's mainly because I kind of got a little depressed. Womp womp. Yeah, me get depressed. Last year was definitely a test of my patience. I have never really experienced what I experienced last year, but I mean, it's always the first time for everything. So I'm very grateful that I went through a lot of the stuff that I did go through last year, whether that be financially, physically, or spiritually, because honestly, it would not put me in position to be as clear-minded as I am for 2024. So I did take a step back because I wasn't really in a good mental space, but I'm now back and I'm full in effect, because you can only stay in the dark for so long before you have to step out into the light to step into your purpose. So I am back, and I came up with my budget series. The reason why I came up with this series is because I can watch these type of videos non-stop. There are so many creators that are on YouTube right now that do budget series, that do what you see here. We're doing cash stuffing, budget binders, planning, running a budget for, their household products. And one thing is I constantly get complimented about how it seems like I always got money, how it always seems like I got it together.
Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama.
And I said, what's the perfect time, if any, to take people on a budget journey with me at the beginning of the year when I normally will start it, and just kind of show you guys how I do things. Also, just to kind of hold myself accountable, because last year I really put my eggs all in one bucket, and you live and you learn. But hey, this year I'm really focused on, cutting out bad habits, cutting out toxic people, especially people that are depressed and just want to drag you down. I just really want to get into it. So please feel free to stick around. This video is going to mainly show you what I have for me to start my budget series, but it's mainly the products that you will need if you do want to start a budget series of your own, or do want to start budgeting on your own. So anything you see in this video, you can get in my Amazon storefront. Some of these products are available on my Etsy. My Etsy shop will be available as of March 1st. I kind of took a break and took a stop on that because it wasn't really getting the traction that I really wanted it to. So I said, you know what, let me go ahead and go back to the drawing board, build my audience up, and start asking you guys what products you want to see on there, and then go based on that. Anything that you see here, you can get my Amazon storefront, because I do still have that circulating and going on. I will put up anything that I might have gotten an idea from someone else on, if it is that serious. But yeah, definitely stick around, because this is all of the stuff that you're going to need if you want to start your own budget series, or if you want to start your own cash stuffing videos, or start the envelope method. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so I'm going to start with what I got on my desk, because it's only right to start with what's in front of you. As I go through this stuff, I will definitely kind of chime in on what I went through last year. But for the most part, I just don't want to be a Debbie Downer, and I'm going to try to keep this video positive because that is my motto for this year, to stay positive and grateful so that you're capable of moving forward with a more of a positive outlook. Let's go ahead and get this started. Over here, I have dummy money. I have a cash setup that you see in every budget video, every cash stuffing video. If you don't see this, they end up pulling it out sometime throughout the video. But one thing I do notice is that a lot of young ladies do use or have a lot of money circulating through these. Now, one thing I'm not finna do, and I don't feel comfortable doing, is keeping a lot of funds on my person. One, because that is extremely dangerous for any young lady to walk around and have a tremendous or a large amount of money on them at any given moment, especially this day and age. But when it's all said and done, I also don't feel as if so it's a productive thing to go into the bank every 2 weeks, pulling your money or pulling your funds fully out of your account for a YouTube video. You can drop your money leaving the bank. You can lose your money coming home. Anything could possibly happen. And I don't think it's, a good look. So you guys are definitely going to see me using dummy money, and that is mainly to fill in for what I have in my account. But I will be showing you real-time screenshots of what I have in my account, just so that you guys know that I am doing this stuff in real time, because I really want you guys to hold me accountable and call my bull crap if you feel as if so I'm bull crapping. So over here I have my cash binders. Now, I have a smaller cash binder that I carry with me. It's a crocodile cash wallet that I will pull that money out of the bank, including these funds, so that I have a controlled spending throughout the week. Now, one thing I noticed is with having your card on your person or having your card with you is that you find yourself not placing a boundary when it comes to how much money you spend when you go outside, because you're so used to just easily swiping that card, just going and swiping that card, tapping that chip, and then by the end of it all, you are going home and you have done overspent a budgeted amount that you may have had set up in your head. And I watched so many budgeting videos, and the cash method really was something that stood out to me, because that's where you take, a particular amount of money or a particular percentage of your paycheck, and you break it down into particular categories that you have for that week, such as groceries, self-maintenance, car maintenance, gas, giving back to individuals, kids if you have them, or even like a birthday that might be coming up. You might want to stuff some money off to the side so that you're able to get, money or something done for that. Sorry if this is shaking. I am leaning my hands on this, and I forgot this setup is very beginner friendly, and I am definitely going to upgrade, but I'm noticing that it shakes quite a lot. But the cash envelope system that I do when I carry my money out and I leave my debit cards at home, it really stopped me from overspending. It really put a mental block on, hey, that's enough. We done spent enough for today, and I really am grateful for that. But these here, I will pull money from the bank in regards to these as well, because these are my over the year sinking funds. Now, I do sinking funds the year prior to prepare me for the next year. So any money that is placed in these sinking funds, they will not be utilized for the present date. They will be utilized for a future date and time, whether that be a couple months from now or next year. I have my sinking funds. The sinking funds are more or less like a moderate urgency. This is where my emergency from Black Fridays, holidays, birthdays, kids' school clothes, next year's activities such as like cheer, whatever the case may be, I will get a head start by saving funds in this binder. And then we have my extra binder. My extra binder is my low priority binder. This is where getting my nails done, getting my hair done, date night, self date, anything that's like more or less like a want not necessarily a need, goes into that binder. And that's so that I am pretty much kind of like getting my mind wrapped around, hey, I only have but so much to spend in these categories. Don't go over and overdo it. And then we have my bills binder. My bills binder is my most favorite binder. Now, not because it's because of the bills. Let me rephrase that. It's because I created this binder. As you see, it's a very hieroglyphic. It's very glittery. I'm very into hieroglyphic and glittery things. So I really wanted it to be attractive to the eye, especially for me, because this is my high priority binder. Now that I have experienced what I experienced in 2023, I am now on a mission to get a month ahead on my bills. Not only because I no longer want to financially depend on this individual, but because I just would like to get back to what I used to do. Now, don't read too far into that. It is what it is. I'm going to do what I need to do to make myself feel secure, especially if what I thought was going to make me feel secure is no longer providing the security that they used to. Because everybody goes through things. Everybody falls into a slump of depression. But at the end of the day, life goes on and you have to pick yourself up and keep it moving. You just got to go. Give yourself that time to grieve a bit. But when it's all said and done, don't stay in that dark place for long. You got to get up and get it moving, because staying there ain't going to help. But my bill binder is for me to get a month ahead of my bills, if not 2 months ahead of my bills. So everything from my rent, cell phone, credit cards will all come out of this binder. And I'm going to make sure that I always put something in that binder every time that I have money in my hand, because that is my high priority binder. And that's the one that I want to get done regardless of my situation at the moment. Now, over here, we have my ledger. It is very good to always carry a ledger. I'm definitely going to get a secondary one of these, because I noticed that my personal and my business expenses need to be separated. So this is going to be my personal. This is going to be coming out of my primary checkings, my primary savings, and my primary cash on hand. This is where I'm going to be kind of plugging this information into my Excel spreadsheets, of which I'm going to do a video on that as well. Just to be able to like monitor where my money's going, just so I can kind of micromanage my spending. Because one thing I will say is that I struggle with when I am kind of in a little bit of a slump is that I spend money I don't have.
I'm gonna buy the entire earth and be king.
Or I do frivolous spending where I'm not necessarily holding myself responsible for what I spent. So this is going to help me get back on track with that. Now, here goes my favorite part. Now, I love planners. Like, when I say I love planners, I love planners. I definitely plan on doing something with planners. I'm not too sure what I want to do yet, but now I have a small and a bigger planner here. The smaller planner is a week by week, a day by day planner. This is more or less like a dissection of the actual week days. So as you see here, each day is labeled. It has the whole day labeled out. This looks really crazy, but it's not always crazy like this. My payday weeks look like this, and then a week after my payday weeks look like this. Soon enough, you'll get used to seeing this and seeing why I have it like this, because throughout the week I will write in certain stuff in different colored ink just to be able to remember, such as like, you know, if I got like certain appointments, my meal prep planning, and then I do what's called time blocking with my planning. I actually will, for certain activities, block out a specific amount of time so that I know to set like a timer or a focus filter on my phone to allow me to focus just on that blocked out time. I struggle really bad with my attention and how I like to pay attention to things. So blocking out time really helps me in that area, and I will explain a lot of that to you guys as I do my first cash stuffing video. But this is my little binder, and this is what my little binder is for. Now, my big binder is a monthly overview binder. As you see, for January, we have the layout and the full 30-day form where you see everything. This is mainly to sit on my office desk, to sit on my YouTube planning desk, just so I can see a quick overview while I'm at work or while I'm somewhere where I don't have my smaller binder, and I can kind of see what I have coming up. Like, for instance, if I'm on the phone with someone and they say, hey, can we set up some type of time? I can easily look at this versus my smaller one and say, hey, yeah, I got this time open, or I got this day open. And then I would go to my smaller planner and then block out that certain hour or time for that activity and or event. So these two go hand in hand. And you guys are going to be seeing a lot of this. I did create this competition schedule for my daughter's team. I do a lot of administrative work as well as marketing work for my daughter's cheer team. I'm very grateful of doing that. Over time, you guys will see that as well. And then I have the breakdown of my monthly budget. I have my fixed expenses, my subscriptions, my credit card debt. And then again, like I said, with the sinking funds, I told you guys, I have my month ahead and then I have my regular sinking funds. We're going to go into this month to month. I'm going to check them off here just to, make sure I keep track on what months I did add into these. For my month ahead, I'm trying to add into them every month or every week that I ever have money in my hands, and these are just basically when I can and they don't really have a specific amount that's going to go into them, whether it be $1, whether it be $100. I just want to make sure that I'm contributing back to myself so that I can pull myself out of this state of where I'm at the moment. Okay, so then we have the savings challenges. Now, I do savings challenges every year. I started to put a binder together just so that I'd be able to have them all in one place. If you're going to do savings challenges, it is really good to have a binder or something so that you're able to use like a dry eraser marker or even a marker at hand so that you're able to kind of keep track of what you're saving. And these are funds that you save throughout the year so that you can go ahead and you can deposit them at the end of the year and or use them for what they are necessarily used for. So whether if it's like a Christmas fund, I have my Christmas fund and my sinking fund, but I also have a graph in here that is for my Christmas. So I'm just going to go through this real quick. As you see, I got my debt snowball tracker. I have the 10,100 envelope challenge. That is these envelopes. If you are not aware of what the envelope challenge is, okay, so the envelope challenge is where you get monetary envelopes as these are also in my Amazon storefront, and you number them down at the corner from 1 to 100 or 1 to 200, however much your finances will allow, and you number them. Now each envelope will get the amount in question. So if it's number 1, it would get $2. Or if you only can do the monetary that of what is on there, then you just do what's on there. But you will stuff it for the amount that is on the envelope, if not double. And when you get to that 100th envelope, it would then give you a particular amount. So for 100 envelopes, it would be $10,000 if I save accordingly. So I will be doing that this year. And then I have a few others. Now, some of these like this one and this one here, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be really kind of dedicating myself to these two, because they're really just stuff that I just seen online and I was like, oh, let me see if I could try them. But if I do, I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated. And then I have my Christmas savings plan. Now that is in my sinkings funds, but I like to see it because this is something that's important to me for my kids. I do like to provide a certain type of Christmas for my kids because I went through kind of a downside situation with my partner. It kind of took away from Christmas last year, so I refuse to allow that to happen this year. I will be saving into this here. It's just really cute. I have this on my Etsy. I also have this in my Amazon storefront also, if you guys want to check that out. Now, I do always have a bunch of change in my car, so I said I was going to do this penny challenge. I've been doing this since last year. I haven't really, kind of like got into it because I've just been putting, change away, but I'm going to get back on this one. So that is the penny challenge. And then I have my house deposit. I'm looking to save up for my deposit of my house, and I want to be moved out of this house by the end of this year, God willing. I'm manifesting that. So yeah, I'll be doing my house deposit savings challenge as well. But it's always good to have things all in like some form of coordination, because at the end of the day, all this stuff will all play a part in what I got going on for my budgeting system, and it will help you, help you along your journey as well. So I was on TikTok and I noticed that, well, TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I was on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and I noticed that people were doing piggy banks. Now, I laughed and I giggled at it. I said, oh, that's childish. Who does piggy banks anymore? But I picked up a piggy bank, acrylic piggy bank last year from off of Amazon, and I went ahead and I started to deposit money into it. I was like, you know, what else do I have to lose? You know, life is lifing right now. I said, what do I have to lose? So I bought a round cylinder piggy bank from Amazon, and I started putting 1, 5s, and 10s in this piggy bank. Now, when Christmas came about, I went ahead and I broke it open and I said, I'm going to start it all over. And I was saving in it for about, I want to say like 6 months. By my surprise, I ended up having like maybe $600. It wasn't a lot, but it saved Christmas. When I say it saved Christmas, it saved Christmas. I went ahead and I spent money on my, kids. I bought my partner some Ford, and then I paid and got caught up on a bill, and it really saved me. So I went out and I had to get another one. I mean, it's only like right. I had to get another one, but this one is so much bigger. The other one was half of this size. I want to say like half of this. And this is so much bigger. As you see, I've already gotten started. So with this, I will be putting my 1s, 5s, and 10s in here. I will not be opening this unless it's full on December 31st. This will be a New Year's blessing. And I'm hoping that this, I'm hoping that this is something that will, well, no, I'm not hoping. I know that this is going to be something that's well worth it. These are on Amazon for like $25. I mean, you can't beat it. You break it open with a hammer and, you get your money out of here. I also put in here, if you notice, I put like a couple credit cards that I was like having trouble with not using. So those are in here. I can't get them out. And I'm just going to put all my 1s, my 5s, my 10s in here so that I can be able to save throughout the year. When I'm going to use it towards, I'm not too sure as of right now, but honestly, I think it will probably just be a contribution to the new house and me moving, because I mean, why not? But this, I love it. I'm so in love with this thing, and it's acrylic. It's sturdy. It comes with these little place things down at the bottom so that it doesn't slide and things. So it's great. So now, talking about that piggy bank, I couldn't leave the kids out. Like, I never could leave my kids out. So I went ahead and I got them these. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know. They're adorable. These are effing adorable. But if you hear, these are metal. These are metal. Now this blue one got a little glitter in it. The pink one is more or less like a matte pink. But I got these off of Amazon as well. Again, linked in my Amazon storefront. These are metal. My oldest daughter is graduating and she's going to be going off to college. My youngest is graduating and she's going to be going into 6th grade. Now, being that I really was struggling with keeping money in their savings when it came down to what I had online, and I don't have access to certain funds, I said, let me find something that I could do to be able to be a graduation gift to the both of them, and or some form of gift towards them for their transition into, another chapter into their life. Now, Nikki, when she goes to middle school, she won't be wearing uniforms anymore. So I also have to save up for that. And then, Moody, she's going to be going off to college. Although she has a scholarship, she's going to need, her going away stuff and, money in her pocket, things of that nature. And I just want to make sure that I prepare for those things. So I went ahead and got these, and they're metal. So trying to get them open is going to be a doozy. I've been trying to watch videos on how do we go about getting these open. And I kid you not, when I say it seems like you got to literally drill these open, saw them open, you ain't getting your money out of there until you really need it. So if you are horrible at saving and you literally really cannot keep yourself from spending your saved money, this is the way to go. And if you are moderate at it, meaning like you won't take it upon yourself to go digging out of here, then you want to get one of these. But these are perfect. I mean, I got so much when it comes down to that, and here when it comes down to this budgeting stuff, and I'm so excited to get this started. These are going to be so much fun to fill, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on me filling those. I got so much junk down here, I'm not even going to pull out the rest. All in all, if you want to start your own budgeting series, starting off with some faux money, some cash binders, a few savings challenges that you can start that are within your budget, a calculator, some form of piggy bank if you want to do a piggy bank challenge. Those are the basic bare minimum things that you are going to need to start your budgeting journey. You also want to get a notebook. Notebooks are good for checklists, being able to keep things out there with you, especially if you don't necessarily have a budget ledger. Budget ledgers are the same thing as notebooks. It's just notebooks have more versatility when it comes down to being able to write notes, being able to write down things that you got going on. And planners are more or less to make sure you are keeping your daily affairs in order, meaning like your doctor's visits, your bills that you have coming up, finances that you may have in your account. Having a planner really keeps your eyes set on what you need to make sure you pay attention to through your day-to-day so you don't lose sight of anything. A lot of people do depend on their phones, but sometimes it's really good to have it on paper because you never know what's going to happen with your electronics, whether if you drop it in water, if you might lose it on a train somewhere, bus, plane, whatever. You just don't always want to depend on digital. It's always good to have a paper back trail just so that you're able to make sure that you can get to it, especially if the lights go out. You always want to have access to your information. Throughout this year, I am going to make sure it's my business to get on here every 2 weeks or every 2 to 3 weeks to update a budget video and vlog for my channel. And I'm going to be showing you guys what I stuff in my piggy banks on my YouTube shorts. And then I'm also going to be showing you guys what I stuff for my finances every payday. I am working towards right now getting a month ahead of my bills and getting ahead on my Lyft. Haven't had time to do that, but time is soon to free up. So I'm trying to get back into that as well. 2023 was just a patience lesson. It was definitely a patience lesson, and it showed me what I do not want to do moving forward. Everybody has to go through it. You never know when it's going to happen. So now that I have went through it, I am going to make sure myself is better prepared for this upcoming year. So I hope you guys really stick around because I am so excited to do this stuff. I've been waiting to get all of this together, and being the fact that I am so OCD, I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed for these videos, and I really can't wait to help you guys as I help myself. So if you stuck around to the end, thank you so much. And yeah, tune in because our next video will be out on or around the 22nd of this month. I will do an updated YouTube short to keep you guys updated on when that exact date is. So make sure you stay tuned. And like I said, like, subscribe, follow, share, do whatever you got to do, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out, because when I upload, it's only up from there. Thank you guys for sticking around, and peace out.
Ride the bike like a bike, oh. Do the things you know I like, oh. I'm the man in my end zone. You're the one that's not pretending.